Hi everyone, I have a reformer class for you today using one yellow spring or one light spring on your reformer. That will be our focus today. We are going to grab a box for a prop. We're going to start off with a warm up of cat-cow. So one yellow spring or one light spring on your reformer. My straps are off of the pegs just so my box can go all the way to the back side of my reformer. So push your boxes all the way back. And then once you get your boxes there, we're gonna start kneeling on your reformers. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, leave me those super thanks. And then I just wanna say thank you so much for the support. Okay, so we're gonna start kneeling on your reformers. Boxes are just gonna stay at the back side of your reformer. We can start with your hands somewhere around the outsides of your shoulder blocks. It can be on your shoulder blocks if you want. Again, we're just gonna start with a little warm up of a cat-cow. So starting in a neutral spine, 4-point kneeling, shoulders over your hands, hips right over your knees. On an exhale, you are going to tuck your pelvis round through your spine. Draw your abs into your backs. And then on an inhale, we're gonna let the belly drop back down to the floor. Eyes look up, tailbone sticks out. Again, we're gonna exhale, tuck the pelvis round through the spine, scoop into our abdominals, and then we're gonna inhale, come back down into that cow. Now, as you round through your spine, you wanna push into your palm so that you can feel your scapula draw away. And then as we come back down, again, the belly can drop down to the floor and the shoulder blades can just kind of pinch together. Let's do a few more. Exhale, tuck round, scooping into the abdominals, pushing your palms down, and then inhale to come back into that cow. Last one, exhale, tuck around, and then inhale back into our cow. Now bring it back into a neutral spine. We are gonna scooch further forward. We're gonna move into some core work. This is gonna be a full body class today. So when we scoot further forward, I'm going to take my feet into the well, and then feel free to kick the straps out of the way if they're there. We're gonna start with your forearms down onto the box. Now, my right foot is still onto the carriage. The toes, balls of the feet are curled. I'm setting up with my shoulders right over my elbows, and then we're gonna step our left foot back onto the carriage as well. Now, when we step back, zip your legs together. Your knees, when we pull in, should go through your shoulder blocks. So we're in a plank to start. We're gonna exhale, tuck the pelvis, pull the carriage in with our knees, and we're gonna inhale, go back out. Exhale, tuck, pull, inhale, return. We're scooping into our abs to pull our knees in. Exhale, tuck, inhale back. We're gonna go for 4, 2, and 1. Okay, you can either come down onto your knees and stretch back, or you can go into the well and stretch back. I'm gonna drop my chest down in between my arms here. Feel free to drop your chest down. And then we're gonna move into our pikes next. So forearms are back onto the box, shoulders over your elbows. You either have one foot on the floor, one foot on the carriage, or just both knees onto your carriage. We're gonna take one foot back again, the other foot back. Legs are gonna be zipped together. On an exhale, pikes. You're gonna tuck your pelvis, hike your hips, try to pull the carriage all the way into the box. Inhale back out, exhale, tuck, pike. Release slowly, exhale, lift. Inhale back, scoop into those abs to pull in. Exhale in, inhale out. 3, 2, 1, and down. Again, either on the knees or on the floor. It is up to you. We are going to move into some oblique work next. So let's stand back into the well, and then we're going to go ahead and rotate to the left side. Now I'm gonna take my right forearm onto the box. I want you to take your left foot onto the carriage, have it towards the front. Left hand is gonna be on the box, and then step your right foot behind your left on the reformer. Now, if you feel comfortable, you can reach your left arm up to the ceiling. Otherwise, you can keep it down. Think hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. We're gonna bend your knees, pull the carriage in with those right obliques, and then inhale back out. Exhale to tuck, pull, inhale out. Again, we should really feel those right obliques working to pull the carriage in and out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, from here, go back down onto the floor. Feel free to give yourself a little stretch, and we're gonna rotate to the right side. Now, left form is down onto the box, my right hand is on the box. My right foot this time steps forward, push into your form, step your left foot behind your right. Hips stacked, shoulders are stacked. Feel free to reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Ready? Tuck, pull, extend, exhale, inhale. Feel those left obliques. Bend the knees, pull the carriage in with your obliques, extend. Exhale, pull, extend. Feel that left waistline really contracting to come in and out. Let's go. 4, 2, and 1. Okay, back down on to a knee, back down onto the floor. Now, we're gonna take our box off to the left side of your reformer, and then I'm going to set my box just right, I would almost say center-ish of my carriage. Now, the further forward you go, so the further, well, I should say back, the further you go to your straps with your box, the lighter this will be. The further back you go to your foot bar, the heavier this will be. Now, straps are gonna go back onto the pegs, and we're gonna kneel on your box and face the same direction that we're just kneeling. So we're facing the straps. When we kneel, you can scoot your box forward or back as needed. You're gonna grab the strap that's right next to you. Long loop goes onto the arch of your right foot. We're gonna move into glutes. Again, feel free to adjust your box as we move through this exercise. 4-point kneeling, abs into your backs. We are going to, again, hold a neutral spine, lift your right knee slightly up off the box. We're gonna kick our right leg back and slightly up, and bend. See, I already know I have to push my box just a little further forward to get a little more range of motion. So ready? Exhale, press, give it a little kick up and back. Now, if your carriage is hitting the back of your reformer too soon, scoot your box a little further forward. Hips and shoulders are staying parallel to the floor. Exhale, press, inhale, return. Press, little lift, return. We're gonna go for 4, 3, abs are into our backs, 2. Okay, now on this last one, we're gonna pause in and set the knee down. Now we're gonna take our left form down onto the box, and then we are going to externally rotate our right toes, knees, and hips. So my knee is lifted, it's like a little fire hydrant position. We're gonna stay externally rotated with our knees, hips, toes, and our shoulders should rotate slightly to the right as well. We're gonna press out, then to come back in. I'm gonna aim for my foot going right towards the foot bar, and my foot is parallel to the floor, and so is my right leg. So if you can, try to get your right leg and foot parallel to the floor. It's an exhale to press, and inhale, return, getting into those smaller, more stabilizing glute muscles. Press out, return. We'll go for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, when we return, set the knee down. We're gonna go ahead, take that strap off of our foot, and then carefully let your carriage come in. Let's take that box to the other side. Same placement. Long box is on the floor. I have mine center-ish. I'm gonna go a little further forward again so I can get a little more range of motion. Adjust it as needed. We're gonna come back onto our hands and knees, and then we're gonna grab the strap into our left hand. Long loop goes onto the arch of your left foot. 4-point kneeling, neutral spine. Abs are into your backs. Shoulders, hips should be parallel to the floor. Ready? We're gonna lift that left knee slightly up. Press, give it a little lift, and bend. Again, I need to scoot just a little further forward. Press, little lift, bend. We're exhaling out, inhaling back. Again, I'm gonna try to keep my shoulders and hips parallel to the floor. Feeling my core and my shoulders working on that stability. Press and bend. Exhale and inhale. We have 4 more. Give that leg a nice little lift up so we can get into that glute max. All right, let's do 1 more kick and then bend and come back in. This time, our right forearm goes down onto the box. We're gonna externally rotate to the left side. Again, shoulders, hips, knees, toes. If you can get this whole left leg parallel to the floor, press out and bend, out and in. And I am feeling my right side working here for that stability. Press and bend, exhaling away, inhale back. Woo, press out, in, give that leg a little bit of a kick back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, bring it back. We are gonna go ahead and take that strap off of our foot, and then we are going to hang it up. Now, the box can just stay here. We are going to move into some arm work, and then we're gonna move into some side splits. We're gonna kneel on our reformers facing the foot bars. Now, if your balance is an issue, or if your knees are an issue to kneel on, you can go ahead, put your short box on your reformer, sit on your box, and do the same thing sitting on your butts on your boxes. If balance is an issue and your knees aren't, you can always just stay on both knees rather than be on one. I'm gonna grab the right strap into my right hand. That is it. I'm gonna switch to my short loop just to make this a little heavier. Up to you if you use your long loop or your short loop. Long loop is gonna be lighter, short loop is gonna be heavier. Now, very carefully, you can always take your hands onto the foot bar. You're gonna take your left foot down onto the carriage. The right knee is going to be down. When we set up, I want your right hip over your knee and your left knee over your ankle. Finding a nice little balance here. Left arm can just be at your side. I'm gonna take mine to my hip. You can always have it on your thigh. Right elbow is bent into your side. The palm is flipped up. We're gonna exhale, reach your right arm out, and then we're gonna inhale, bend to come back in. Exhale to reach away, inhale, return. Now thinking when we're here, our shoulders and our hips are staying parallel to the wall in front of us. So when we reach forward for this unilateral work, we are not rotating our torso to the left side of the room. That right shoulder needs to stay back. No protraction for that where that shoulder comes out. We're gonna go for 2 more. And then last one. Now pause out. We're gonna lower our arm straight down towards our hip this time. We're gonna exhale, lift up. Shoulder, chest height. We're gonna lower straight down and then exhaling as we lift back up. Again, we wanna think the shoulders stay down, collarbones wide, and then shoulders and hips stay parallel to the wall out in front of us. We have 2 more. Feeling a lot of work in that right bicep. Again, left arm can be wherever. I have mine on my thigh right now. That's the last one. We're gonna come back down. Now, I want you to reach your right arm back out, pause, flip your palm to the floor, reach your left arm out away from you again. Make sure that those shoulders are squared off. Left arm's gonna stay. We're gonna bend our right elbow wide and rotate to the right side. Exhale, press back center. Bend, rotate to the right. Exhaling as we press back center. making sure again that those shoulders stay down, rotating from our spines. Inhale, rotate. Ooh. Exhale, press back center again. If balance doesn't work here, you can always go on to both knees, or you can sit on your butts on your boxes. We're gonna do one more, right into that bicep and deltoid, and then we're gonna lower down. Now, carefully, hang your right strap up. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So both knees are down. I'm just gonna grab that left strap. My hands are on the front, and then I'm gonna go ahead and set my right foot down. Feel free to hold on to your foot bar for a little extra stability. Again, long loop is a little lighter for your arm, short loop is heavier. Right hand can be on your thigh, at your hip, wherever. Left elbow's bent, palm is flipped up. Find that stability, legs, glutes, core. Exhale to reach the left arm out, inhale back. Now, we are going to feel a difference in one side compared to the other. It's an exhale to reach away and an inhale to come back in. Shoulders hip square, making sure that your right shoulder, this is your left shoulder, when we reach forward, does not push forward. That shoulder needs to stay back. No protraction there. Exhale, reach. Inhale, return. Let's go for 3, 2. Okay, on this last one, we're gonna hold out. We're gonna carefully lower our left arm down to our hip, and then we're gonna exhale, lift. Now, at any point, if this is too heavy, you can always change to that long loop. My left side is my not dominant side, so obviously it's gonna be a little weaker. I am already feeling this a lot more compared to the right. Exhale up, shoulder chest height. Inhale, return. Do not use momentum to lift and lower. If you're using momentum, you're gonna move your torso, you're gonna get slack in your strap like this. I do not want any momentum. Stability, control. Exhale, and then inhale. All right, this is the last one. Up and down. Ooh, lots and lots of deltoids there. Okay. Left arm is gonna reach out. We're gonna pause, reach right arm out. Both palms should be rotated to the floor. Right arm stays. You bend your left elbow wide. We exhale to push back center. Again, we're still feeling those deltoids, tops of the arm into the shoulder, and then we're feeling that bicep as well. We bend wide, we rotate. We exhale to press. I want those obliques working as well for that rotation to come back center. Bend wide, exhale, press and rotate. We're gonna go for 3, 2. We're into some legs after the series. Last one. Okay, when we come back, go ahead, hang your strap back, up onto the peg. Now, I'm gonna sit to the left side of my reformer. Let's all sit to the left. And then we are going to keep this, again, yellow or light spring on. I'm just gonna push my strap out of the way. And I'm gonna put my foot bar down one position. Now, this is just because when we get into our core work, I want to make it a little more challenging for myself. If you would like it a little easier for core, we're going to do planks. You can always keep your foot bar up to that starting position. We're going to face our reformers. Left foot needs to step on the non-moving part first of your reformer, and then you're stepping up with your right foot. Careful when you step up. It is a light spring. The further we have the right foot out, the more challenging this will be for our inner thighs. We're going to inhale to push the carriage out with both legs. And then on your exhale, both legs are gonna pull back in. Hands can be at your hips. They can be open out to a T, wherever you would like to have them. It's an inhale to push away, and an exhale, again, to pull back in. We are feeling our adductors, those inner thighs, watching when you press out. We are not pronating into our feet, so you're not rolling into the arches. Try to keep that weight even. Pull in. Inhale, push. Exhale, pull those carriages all the way back in. Again, with those inner thighs. Give me 3 more. Think abs are working too, so your core draws into your back. When we pull back in, this is the last one out. And exhale back. Now, when we come in, pause. We're gonna fold forward, rotate to your foot bar, take your hands onto the foot bar, both feet are onto your carriage. Now, again, my foot bar is halfway down. You can have yours all the way up or halfway down like me. If it's down like this, it's gonna be a little more challenging. The further back you walk your toes, the more challenging. The further forward you have your toes, the easier this is gonna be. Thumbs are with your fingers. We shift our weight forward so that our shoulders are over hands. We're gonna inhale, slowly press our legs out into a plank. The heels can lift. We're gonna exhale, tuck, pike to come all the way back in. Inhale out into a plank. Exhale, tuck, pike to come back in. Now, up to you if you keep your heels lifted the entire time when you come in and out, or if you let your heels drop back down onto the carriage every time you come in. Again, personal preference there. Shoulders need to stay over your hands. You scoop into your low abs to pull the carriage all the way in. Let's go for 2. Last one. Now, when the carriage comes in, drop the heels, right foot on the wooden platform, rotate towards the left side of the room. Again, take a look at your feet. They're parallel. The wider you have that left foot, the more challenging this is. Inhale, push out, both legs push. Exhale, pull back in with both legs. Again, both legs are gonna push you away. Both legs work to pull us back in. Inhale to push. Exhale as we come back in, using our inner thighs to pull back. Watch that we don't pronate, where we rotate to the insides of the feet. My strap is caught on my headrest there. Inhale and exhale to pull back in. We have 4 more with those side splits. Feel those adductors. Think, draw your abs in as you pull in on that exhale. Okay, give me 2 more. Out. Exhale back. Last one, go ahead, push away. Pull in. Okay, ready? Rotate towards the foot bar. Take your hands onto the foot bar, both feet are onto your carriages. Now, this one doesn't matter a ton where your feet are at. I'm just gonna set mine an inch or 2 away from the edge. We're gonna have your thumbs with your fingers, shoulders over your hands. The legs are gonna push the carriage back out. Now we're gonna hold this plank. We're gonna inhale, bend the knees this time. Exhale, stretch the legs. Bend, exhale, stretch. Think, draw the abs into the backs. Bend, and exhale away. Press. Let's go for 4. Scoop into those low abs. 2, 1. Hold out. Tuck, hike, bring it all the way back in, drop those heels down, and then we're gonna step off to the side of our reformers. Does not matter what side you step off to. Feel free to give your wrists a little bit of a roll. Now, I'm gonna keep my yellow spring on, and I'm gonna add on 2 reds or 2 heavy springs with mine. We're gonna finish off with some feet in straps. If you want it lighter, just go the 2 heavies and take the light spring off. So again, I have 2 heavies and a light. I'm gonna make it a little heavier for myself today. Feel free to go lighter if you'd like. Headrest up or down. Feel free to keep your foot bars. We're gonna reach behind us, grab our straps. Long loops are going to go onto our feet. Now, when we get our straps on our feet, legs are gonna be up just as high as we can hold our neutral spines. Feet are gonna be parallel, legs are zipped together. On an exhale, I'm gonna lower both legs straight down towards the springs, and then we're gonna inhale, hinge, come back up. Exhale to pull, inhale, hinge. Think those bra lines are staying heavy when the legs go down, and then that sacrum stays heavy as the legs lift back up. Again, exhale, lower, inhale, hinge. We're gonna go for 3, and then last one, exhale to lower, Inhale, hinge. Now, let's lower the legs back down towards our springs, open them wide out to the sides. We're gonna circle around and back up for leg circles. We go straight down, we open to circle around and back up. Nice big circles to open up those hips. Nice neutral spine the entire time. So my sacrum stays heavy, pelvis just stays nice and still. Exhale to lower, inhaling as we open and circle. Let's go for 2. Last one. Okay, now when we come back up, pause. We're gonna reverse. And then after these, we're gonna move into some skips. So if you do have your headrests up, headrests are going to go all the way down. 3, we should feel our adductors working again. 2, and 1. All right, now once we come up, we're gonna pause at the top. Again, make sure that your headrests go all the way down. We're moving into skips. Legs are gonna be parallel. They're gonna start at about a 45-degree angle. My right leg is gonna stay long, left knee is going to bend. So start to lift your legs as you do so. Right leg stays long, left knee is gonna bend. The pelvis is gonna lift off the carriage. The legs should kind of point back behind you. And then I'm gonna press into both feet to lower myself back down. Legs end up at that 45 again. Then we bend the right, left leg stays long, we lift, and we press back out. So let's inhale to come up and exhale to press. Feel free to go as high as you would like for these skips. Rolling out and stretching that back. It's an inhale to come up and an exhale to go back down. Inhale, lift, exhale to go back down. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, when we come down, pause. Bring the bottoms of the feet together, let the knees open wide. Give those straps a nice tug. Inner thighs a stretch, low back a stretch here. Okay, then we're gonna take off the straps and then we're gonna hang them back up. Now, we're gonna sit to the right side of our reformers. One more thing here. One red or one heavy spring on your reformer, everything else can come off. I'm gonna put my foot bar back up to its starting position and then we're gonna finish with some mermaid. So, right shin is gonna be up against the shoulder blocks. Left leg can be bent out in front of you if this does not work for your body. You can have one feet or both feet on the floor. Left hand is on the foot bar. We're gonna press out, go up and over for a side body stretch. Now, when you are here, imagine that there's a high jump bar at your left ribs. You're going up and over the high jump bar. You're not leaning into the left side. So think actively lift your ribs away from the floor. We're gonna come center to your headrest, shoulder blocks, up and over for that counter stretch. Back to the center, to your foot bar, press out, go up, over, and then to the center, headrest or shoulder blocks, counter stretch to the other side. All right, then the last one on the foot bar, we're gonna press out, go up and over. From here, we are going to rotate our torso to the floor. Both hands are gonna catch onto the foot bar. Both palms are evenly weighted. We're gonna inhale, lift the chest into a little spinal extension, and then we're gonna exhale and push the carriage back out. So again, ready, lift your chest up, shoulders are out of the ears for that extension, and then exhale to push back down. Last one. Inhale up into our extension and then exhale to push back down. Now from here, slide your left hand back to the center, rotate your torso back to the right, come all the way back in, and then we're gonna rotate to the other side. Left shin up against the shoulder blocks, right leg can be bent out in front of you. Again, if this doesn't work, have one foot or both feet on the floor. Right hand is on the foot bar. We're gonna press out, go up and over that imaginary high jump bar at your right ribs. I'm pulling my left sits bones down to get a little deeper stretch. Come center, all the way to the other side, counter stretch. Bring it back to the foot bar, press out, go up and over. Now, when I mean I'm pulling my left sits bones down, it is lifting up, but I'm actively pulling it down to get a deeper stretch in that left side. Come back to the center. Again, head rests, up and over. Okay, last one to the foot bar. We push out, we go up and over. From here, we rotate the torso, the left hand catches, right hand slides wide. We're evenly weighted throughout both palms. Our chest is trying to be parallel with the floor. On an inhale, when we lift the chest up, the shoulders are down out of the ears. We exhale to press back out 3 times. Inhale, lift, shoulders are down. Think reach your chest through your arms. Exhale to press back out. Last one, inhale, lift up, and exhale, press back out. Now, slide your right hand to the center. Rotate your torso back to the left hand should come off. We're coming all the way back to the center and we're taking our hands down. All right, you guys are all finished for your class. I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Leave me those super comments, super thanks. I so appreciate all the support, you guys. Thank you so much.